good to go. All right, that took a little longer than I thought, but I had to kind of go and spread the word. And there's starts at TikTok, and then it goes to Instagram, and then it goes to Twitter, and then it goes to Facebook, and well, now here we are. Let's see if I can tune in to my own feed. Yes, I can. Watch it over here, but I also have to keep it turned way down low. Still getting the logistics of this thing under control. So today we'll be opening Forgotten Waters, which I just got yesterday. Been curious about it for a while. There's been talk, but I mean, you know, sometimes things take a while. But we're here now with this box. We're gonna check it out, and isn't that wonderful? Because I've heard some neat things about this. First of all, this is app dependent, and not everybody loves that, but it is one of those, and I'm aware of this. It's also got something in common with a game that we reviewed a while back called Mask of the Red Death, which I believe the player count starts at 3, if not 4. I actually haven't now played it in a while. But then the designer of the game came up with an AI system so that you could have dummy players. You could even play it solo by having a system to automate each one. And I believe something similar happened with this. It appears to be official. I don't really know who did it, but somebody did it, and they appear to have permission to do it. So even though it says 3 to 7 players, which it does, and it sounds like that's the best way to play it, if you just have to try it and you've got nobody because you're stuck inside quarantining all by your lonesome, well, you're in luck. First thing I'm going to do is take the cellophane off, because this is really, you know, catching the lights. This is a nightmare. This is part of my life. You know, there's one over there, there's one over there, there's these guys. Ooh, that one's extra bright. Yeah, we don't want that. So I made a little hole in here. It's probably going to be a very short unboxing. I don't know what it's like where you live, but oh my goodness, is it hot. It is extra hot here in the Nevada desert. All right. Well, first step is done. Catch. Let's see what we got here. Forgotten Waters, a game by Isaac Vega, J. Arthur Ellis, and Mr. Bistro. Guess there's no first names needed here. Crossroads game, and that apparently is a series with other things. I believe one of the titles was Dead of Winter. I've never played any of the Crossroads games, but this is one of them, and people seem very excited about it for that reason. So there must be a reason. It's like group storytelling, I guess. Not in some of those ways of games that actually can't even be considered games, but in a actual game-playing sort of way. I haven't played any of them, so I can't speak to it. I'm just reporting what I've heard. Plaid Hat Games. Good for them. All right. We got people. Hi, Alice. Hi, William. Ahoy there, mateys. Thanks for showing up. Shall say cheers to you, mostly because, well, I'm happy to see you, and it's really hot out here. Whew. It's not nice at all. Here be the back, and let's take a closer examination, shall we? Piratey misadventure in a world o' magic. Ahoy, me mateys! From the minds that brought you Dead of Winter comes a thrilling new game for the Sea Dog and all of us. Forgotten Waters, a Crossroads game. Plunges players into the lives of pirates aboard the finest ship ever to sail the seas. Okay, it ain't the finest ship. Not even close, really. But it's certainly not the worst. Play through exciting app-assisted scenarios and laugh as you and your friends decide if you want to save the world or bonk it on the head and steal its money. Bonk the head on the world? Sorry, the world on the head? I'm making about as much sense as this does. Each game of Forgotten Waters is a fantastic new misadventure, filled with the discovery of exotic new lands. Players will plunder loot, bury treasure in places they'll never see again, and participate in the kind of violent shenanigans their mothers never approved of. Well, I like the cut of its jib, really. Ahoy, people! How am I? You know, is this a clue? Holy cow, it's hot out here. I've got a giant space cooler thing out here, but it makes so much incredible noise that you wouldn't be able to hear me. As it is, the camera is already so far away. But hopefully you're somewhere in air conditioning. I hope you all to not be sweating to death like I am. Let's see. Wearing dark colors. Yeah, not a good idea. But then neither is a leather vest. Wow, this really crops off my head, doesn't it? I'll get better at it. Ahoy there, Draz Phoenix! Morpho Gigatron! Oh, everybody's all here. Good. Welcome all. Todd Hunter. I did not say your name, but cheers right back at you. William Alice. Yeah. No, all the bases are covered, I think. I feel like I'm going to be saying this for 20 years, but I'm still kind of new to this live idea, so bear with me. Let's see. Okay, so ages 14 and up. From what I hear, this is one that would be very appropriate for stimulating the imagination of young, developing children. You know, we did a lot of homeschooling in our house with younger kids, and we had a catchphrase because we played a lot of board games. And that phrase was, games are school. They're very good for learning all kinds of concepts. So I'm interested in that number. It just does me a lot less good now because all my children have grown up and mutinied on me. Bugger. See, players 3 to 7, but if you weren't here earlier, it says that there is an automation system so that you can play with less players, even solo, so long as you follow a particular system. I didn't actually read the document all the way through because I haven't even played the game or even opened the game. But that's why I've called you all here today. Duration, 2 to 4 hours. I think it has like 4 scenarios or something like that. Each one of them goes on for a while. It's simple, but it's complex. It's a complex kind of simple. You know this kind of paradox? Oh, let's see. Just live in Arizona. Yeah, it's hot there too. In the UK, well, I guess it's kind of hot everywhere. Vegas, like a desert. Well, imagine that. I believe Vegas is a desert. It's just got a coat of paint on it to make it appear like an oasis in the desert. But like other oases you hear about, it's not a satisfying or refreshing one. I'm going to be doing this from time to time because, oh my goodness, it is hot out here. I probably shouldn't be wearing this hat even, but that is okay. I'm doing it for you, man. I'm doing it for you. Okay, that was too much. Anyway, let's take a first look inside here. Just one step closer to getting back in the AC. Well, this is packed with things, books mostly. There's several up on top. So, rule book. Oh, it's got a pirate name generator on the back. Check it out. I've seen those. Let's see. Oh, it's actually for the game. I hear, if any of you remember Mad Libs at all, that's supposed to play some kind of part in this. Like, they're going to give you names to generate. Perhaps places, ships, you know, maybe just fill in a blank here and there, Mad Lib style. So I would imagine that this is part of it. So there's moniker and name. Oh, right, like, let's see. It says, roll 2 12-sided dice, multiply them together, and consult the moniker chart to determine your moniker. Then roll 2 12-sided dice, multiply them together, and consult the name chart to determine your name. Combine the two together to form your pirate name. So let's say, for instance, your first roll got you a 42. Starts with landlubber. And then let's say you rolled a 17. Then it would be... Where are you? There is no 17. I'm going with 20. It's close enough. Alice or Al? Well, Alice, you're just in time. So landlubber Alice or landlubber Al, if you were to get that. And I'm sure you can choose between those latter ones. So that's cool. I mean, that's fun. I already have a pirate name, so I'm not sure I want to know what they might call me. I'm never really interested to hear what anybody wants to call me, because I've got a bad history with that. Let's see. Typical. Object of the game. Forgotten Waters app. You have to have the app, from what I hear. In fact, some people have complained about it because it's one of those games. I mean, they're becoming so normal now. I mean, is that really even so shocking? Components. I might skip that this time, but it's good knowing where it is. Location book. Oh, you know what? Let's just... Well, first of all, what we got? Heat. Unbearable. Agreed. And cheers to rehydration and to good crew and company. All right, more table space. You're going this way. And I have to do another mopping. Holy crow. I might as well be doing this outside. Okie doke. This feels like, yeah, these are like tear-off pages. Like you'd rip one off. Endings, the Seeker Pirate, the All-Seeing Pirate, the Duelist Pirate. Sorry, that's upside down. These are, well, let's see. These would be location book, ship scribe set. Oh, it's already tearing. I don't want that. What is this? And how do I find out? You know what? I might have to come back to that. Story blanks. It's just, it says endings on every single one. Endings. It's a book of endings. Yeah, well, how do we get started with that, though? Oh, player sheets. Well, what? Okay, whatever. They are player sheets. Good to know. Player sheets. And these over here, Survivor Pirate. Maybe this is describing you. The Skeleton Pirate. Whatever. Ship Scribe sheet. Ship name, scenario name, log, threat event, captain's quarters, captain's mission, game stats save, maps save, player save. This is like RAM on your little memory cards. Remember in like GameCube and PlayStation, I think, and you'd have those little plug-in things that would save your game. Then you'd let your friends use it and they'd overwrite your data and you'd go all, because everybody hates that. Well, that's these. It'd be like the dog eating it, I suppose. You ate my progress! What will I do now? This says location book. Okay. Rough sea. Okay, well, I'm sure it will tell you when to use this. Location book. See if there's any overview kind of... Nope, not really. Whew. This rule book suddenly coming in real handy. Aye, and it's good to have a crew at me back, Draz Phoenix. Cheers. Otherwise, I'm sailing solo. And my hat just won't stay where I want it to be. Stop falling in my eyes, you. I usually put staples in it to hold it in place. Shh, it's behind the scenes stuff. Didn't feel like bleeding today. Okay. There's not a lot in this box. This is a shrink-wrapped collection of punch-outs for standees, game elements, and things like that. This appears to be dice, and then we've got a couple of decks of cards. So methinks that the app is very important on this one. In fact, I do believe that was the nature of some people's complaints. It's like, well, why not? I mean, this game right now is like on Amazon about $57. Now, there's more that you're paying for than just the paper and the plastic that makes it up. You're paying for the engine, the design of the game, for the experience of it. And I understand that. But I could see someone looking in here and saying, wow, there is not a lot of things in here. And the app is doing all the work. But I do not believe that apps are cheap to produce, so that app is valuable. And if they're going to keep it alive for years to come so that you can keep playing these games with friends you've yet to meet, then you kind of need to, pony up for that. And that is value as well. But that aside, because that felt kind of ranty, wow, whew, it's the heat getting to me. I am now going to remove the plastic from this pile of punchy board things. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, coming right at you. And then right past you. My aim is not what it should be. Again, I blame the heat. I'm going to have no makeup left. Why do I even wear makeup? What kind of lunacy is this? Yar. And that sounded like another toast, so cheers! And stay hydrated. This might be water, you don't know. Let us punch some boards. This appears to be assembly instructions for what looks like... Oh, it's a token holder. Let me just come all the way in. This is worth it. The light kind of runs out. See, it's like a drawer with all kinds of little storage areas. That is cool. Thank you for that. It's always nice when they think ahead. Sometimes they just give you a bunch of tokens like, here. And so you're running around trying to find those little dollar store things to put nails in and trying to find one that fits, or tackle boxes, or whatever, Tupperware dishes. So it's always nice when they take care of you in that way. You kind of believe that they really want you to enjoy your experience. And I assume, yes, indeed, that is what this is. So let's start at this end, actually. This actually got something to say about it. So without knowing really what kind of tokens we're going to encounter, but I'm guessing based on this will be, as you look at this diagram, you see it kind of goes along the top. It's kind of labeling what goes in each thing. So you've got kind of standard treasure type fare there. You've got straight up gold coins. You've got big pile of bananas. You've got a bunch of maps. Kind of looks like scrolls as well. And then, well, that's a whole lot of under the sea stuff. So I don't know exactly what that is. It also kind of looks like it's got some gems or rare rocks in there. But anyway, so that will tell you what's in each of these bins once you put this thing together. I'm not convinced I'll be doing that today, so I'm covering the basics. These are just little dividers, apparently, and there's several. Ahoy, Pirate Princess Red, good to see ya. I'm just punching out some cardboard. So those will be the dividers. As for this would be the front area. And kind of, again, seems to allude to what you might find in each divided section. Nifty. And then, this is the reason I wanted to do this last. Oh, and here's another piece. Not really sure what to say about it. This looks like the bottom, and what's funny is in each one, you've got little leftovers. You've got, a couple of coins left laying there, some banana peels from the banana area, a couple of seashells left in that one, stuff like that. You know what? We'll come back to that. And a sprue for you! No, it's fine. I just like to throw things. It feels right. Let's see. This one says, Quartermaster, infamy track. How infamous are ya? See if I can get my parts list back. It was not in this book. That's why I cannot find it there. Ha-ha! Back to my Summer Relief Fan rulebook thing. Whew. I've already gotten so much use out of this rulebook. So this says, it's just going to say, it just says Quartermaster board. That's not helpful. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, okay. So it does kind of look like you put an area together and it's just somewhere in the middle. So it's just for tracking things. And I am, again, under the impression that this is a shared mission. It does say semi-co-op, So that probably means that it's a good idea to work together, but you could probably always count on that one friend, and you know who that is, to screw with you after you get a certain way. They've probably left in enough for it to not be co-op if someone wanted to just mess with things, because people do that. Oh. Let's see. Hello, everybody, and yes, please do that, because I'm distracted over by this. That's right, good crewmating that is. Next, I would imagine another piece on this, and yes, I think so. Gunner. This one is full of dials. At least it will be. Right now it's one of those where you kind of punch out the middle bits and then you put in the plastic parts or whatever, and you know, you build it. You put it together yourself. DIY. So that's going to be part of that. What else you got? These are straight up tokens. These are cannon tokens. Cannon tokens. So let's see. So that's what your guns be looking like. And this one apparently is unloaded. Except on the back, where it is in fact loaded. And then kaboom! When it turns into that. So here's these. And they're all roughly the same. It does appear they have different numbers on them. L2, L3, things like that. This kind of, well, here we have people. On the one side, we've got the skull and crossbones, just letting you know you're in a scallywag game. And then on the other side, a face. And this guy is, well, I assume it's a guy. Looks like it used to be a guy. Is the rotted corpse of a zombie pirate. So, hooray! And then we have he and she pirates. This is not, you're probably not getting a very good look here. Oh man, this camera's a million miles away. Okay, so there's the guy, and there's the girl. I don't immediately see any others. Whoa, another one of these. That was better, and so much less destructive. These coins are just coins. No, I take that back. This coin has a banana on it. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, that's a nanner token. And there's a lot of them. I don't know why they're not just bananas. I'm sure there's got to be a story reason. So, punching out the banana money. Oh, and this one is not. This has something else. This is like a kind of a change direction or reload kind of token thing on it, or icon. Who knows? I just calls them as I sees them. And oh, goodness. It is 1,000 degrees out here. Oh, we've gone to the locker. Oh, yes, ensure. Water. Absolutely. You can't prove otherwise. If it's American beer, it's mostly water, right? So, I'm not saying it is. Oh, let's see. Oh, just people. People saying cool things. The crew is chattering. It's so good to see you today. I think I needed a little company. It's just quiet and weird around here. Probably the same where you are. It's just a post-apocalyptic world. We cope as best we can. And that's where the games and the community comes in. So, arr to y'all of you. Anyone who took time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with me today, you are appreciated. Okay, so this is the other side of the dial. Is obviously going with the gunner bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and assume that the part that brings it all together is in here. Yes, I would imagine it would be these little pieces. So let's just put one and see what that would look like. Ah, there we go. So we take this and we put that piece. Sorry, if I were editing this, I'd be able to like zoom in and cut out all the droll parts. Okay, so we'll put it here on this one. So that pops to the other side and we go clink up Where's the clink? Come on, get in there, you stubborn. Rawr. That's close enough. Okay, so it turns, and you set it to numbers. Alrighty, there we go. So that's what that's like, and I'm doing one only. I don't think I could sit here and do all of these right now. So just popping those out for later. Arg. I'm seeing args out there. Makes my black little heart warm. Okay, here be the other crew coins. See if we can knock these out all at once. Probably not. Really, it's the lighting. What if I were to sneak? Sneak, sneak, sneak. All right, so here be the other members of the crew. If I tilt too much, they're going to fall. But you can kind of see different characters. Whoa, you're going nowhere, matey. You're sticking around. And I think it's fairly safe to say that these standees go with those characters. And I don't think I'm going to punch all of those either. Indulge me on that. But let's grab one. And let's grab one of these little clear bases. And then, pow! A standable standee. Boop. Ah, doesn't work. Hey, there it is. All right, so that's how that technology works. Try and keep up. All right, one of them is ship. I think I'll leave that one too. Well, we can make a mess. Why not? I'm cleaning it up. I'm not going to worry about getting on anybody's nerves with this. Okay, here we have crossed sabers. No doubt means it's going to track some conflict. Looks like a tracking piece to me. Whoa, man. How many seconds has it been since I've had to do this? Probably not many. Yarg. Okay. More tokens. I suppose this isn't laid out in such a way that really helps me to know at a glance what everything is. So some of this is just going to have to be figured out later. But that's the thing about an unboxing. You never really know the presentation you're going to get out of it because that kind of depends on how they explain themselves. So, another sprue. If I hit the camera, it's going to be very unpleasant. Ooh, just grazed over the top. All right, so here's what I've got on this side. Is these three tokens. We've got a barrel, we've got a ship, and we've got a wee matey. And, I'm just going to stay here a second, his mouth is removable. Don't you wish more people were like that? Okay, I don't know what that means. I'll have to find that out later. But it is intriguing, to say the least. At this point, we've got more tracking things. So in the other components section, you see here, the first three look like these. And I just had one jump out and run for it. Let's see, this would be the one kind of in the middle. It says lookout, threat track. Could be a good place for crossed sabers. All right, so these three. The top one says first mate, discontent and crew track. Ah, that would be him. And this is starting to make sense. So you've got this track, and then you've got this guy, and let's say you put him there, you see how that number is kind of showing through his mouth. Can we see that? Boy, this is a weird angle. Okay, well anyway, that's obviously what that is, because you've got the Cooper, and if you don't know, a Cooper makes barrels, and Cooper supplies track. At least I think that's what a Cooper does. That's what I've always been told. And one of these was a barrel, so that obviously goes with that. And then you got the bosun, the boatswain as it's spelled, the hull track. If the hull marker reaches 0, all players read the game. Read entry 952. And that does it for this one. Still haven't hit the camera. Okay. Whew. Sorry, I'm just browsing for a second. Pirates and board games. Yes, I know. It's like a very specific corner of interest, but it's definitely a thing. I mean, pirate board games, zombie board games. There's even more westerns now. Sci-fi. You get into any one of those, and you could just fill a whole room full of shelves and never leave that genre. Some people are, going to want a little bit of everything, and you should. However, some of them are just super appealing. I'll put it that way. When I see a pirate game, I could get saddled with a stinker because I'm probably going to buy it. Because I want to know which ones are the best ones. And I like to have a well-rounded idea of what's out there for any experience. Anyway, that is my speech. Okay, now we are on to straight-up tokens. And let's see if I can get a quick hint going here. Navigation tokens is what these are. These guys right here. So they are all like islands, conditions. That looks like a whole lot of fog down there. And then on the other side of that particular one is rocks. So either it gives you twice as many, obstacles and places to visit, or something can happen to the one where it changes shape on you. So like, for instance, this one, on one side is an island, and on the other side is, well, what appears to be a sea monster. Oh, no. So there's that. So there's a bunch of those to explore. I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. We've got a bunch of alert! Exclamation marks. Oh, no, something horrible is happening. Attention required, Captain. Tally ho, sail forth. And then we have, oh, this could be a good pun. That appears to be a lock. I think Davy Jones has some of those. Could just be funny is all. Davy Jones locks for his locker. Okay, it's no longer funny. I apologize. All right, now the X marks the spot, and we got a bunch of these guys. Oh, come on, Light, where are you? I'm doing hand yoga. There we go. So there's about 5 of those. For the locks, there's, well, it looks like 9. And then the exclamation marks, points, whatever, there's a bunch of those. And then we have, I've seen this token before, actually. This is the one with the kind of refresh symbol on it. And there's a pile of those. These will not all get punched. I'm just going to have to discover them individually later. Right now, I think I'm more interested in the categories, the types. These do not, oh yeah, no, they are still navigation tokens. I think there's 2 things stuck together. Oh no, it isn't. Sorry. All right, so this is nearly an entire sheet of navigation tokens. These seem to be a little more ship-centric. So, and here I come again. Boy, this camera's in a dumb spot. So on the one side, you've got your ship and a number. And on the other side, you've got an icon. And that icon is basically on all of them. So clearly, it is a trader. Man overboard. Yeah, clearly it's a different kind of navigation token. And then more of the little refresh tokens. We don't need those right yet. This, it's the last of these. This is a board. So this is, oh man, you are really killing me. This is a hex board. And these must be decorative. I can't imagine anything actually fitting into those. Who knows? So that's the last of the Sprued stuff. I'm going to put that there, which means what we have left, well, okay, we have 2 decks of cards, but I guess this can happen really fast. So let's take a look here. Dice. So we have a bunch of the stands that I used for the guy who's now run for it. And then a bunch of the little black things that you use to make the dials spin. But other than that, we've just got all of these colorful, what look like D12s. Yes, they are D12s. And I mean, taste that rainbow. Oh, no, there it goes. You know what? There you go. I'll get them later. I just like to throw things and watch things fall. It's the thing with me. Oh, let's see. Scoundrels Inn podcast. Yes, I love Scoundrels Inn. I've gotten a lot of good shout outs from them. Pirate life going today. Well, can't complain. No, I take that back. And anyone else here can tell you I've been complaining about the heat the entire time, which is why I brought my own hydration, and I hope you brought some as well. So if you did, cheers! And imagine the clink. All right, good to have you aboard, mateys. Yeah, okay. If I'm overlooking anything that I'm supposed to specifically comment on, feel free to say it twice, because I am focused on the task at hand. That just be the kind of pirate I be. First set of cards. And we like to go by backs. That just seems to be the best way to sort cards. Okay, these are double-sided. I'm going to come back to these in a second. All right, I know you can't see them very well, but I'm going to fix that. This is a humongous pile of cards that all have the same glyph. And it appears to be, well, a treasure chest. A treasure chest in a pirate game? Oh, humbug. The foolishness. Let's see. There are two colors on the front, though, as far as I can tell. Some of them are actually purple, whereas the other ones are yellow. The purple ones have names like Bag of Mojo, Blessed Doubloons, Cursed Boomerang, Mummified Hand, Magical Astrolabe. You know, they did say something about magic in the description of this game, so that might be where that's contained. Let's look at the non-purple ones. These have names like Three-Legged Cat. Well, that's off to a good start. A Real Tough Girl's Hat. Alt Art Jolly Roger. Barrel Zero Awful Rum. Oh, Barrel O. Sorry. Barrel of Fine Rum. Barrel of Tar. Big Boys Musket. Billy Goat. Cache of Supplies. Clean Gun Sight. Fast forward, fast forward. Hardy Tools. Magnetic Stone. Love Letter. That's a different game. Forgetful Blue Fish. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. All right, so things you might encounter. Now, as for these, okay, so Hungry Pirates, it says, and it says it on both sides, but they're different. Appears on a page. It's not different. When the Hungry Crew action appears on a page, no player may choose it. Instead, the lowest infamy player resolves the Hungry Crew action in addition to their chosen action. Okay, so it's like a condition, I guess, or an objective. And then the Masked Pirate. I guess we won't have to get into every single one of those. These are double-sided as well, but they're a different color. Decipher the map. Find the clearing stone. These look like missions, objectives, things like that. Secure the stone. Gather the map. Race for Spectre Island. Wait out the storm. Defeat the ghost ship. Find flip-flops. Well then, that sounds simple enough. All right, so I'm guessing that's what that is. Yar, peoples. Cheers to all I haven't cheers to yet, and double cheers to those I cheers before. Oh. Where's my, here we go. It's hot out here. All right. One deck of cards left, or at least one container of cards. These could be separate things. Checking the backs. All right. Oh, okay. Well, first of all, wait for me. I'm coming around. I'm coming around. All right, so obviously these cards are for the characters that you choose. And on this side, well, it's got variable player powers, and the top seems to be the same for everyone. Max 4, and then that treasure icon. Okay. Character cards. So you get a standee, you get a doubloon, and you get your own special, unique card. These things have open books on them. That has a tendency to mean like wisdom or perspective, knowledge, that sort of thing. Pirate Pal Trippy Toucan. After you gain this card, all players who control one or more other pirate pals gain reroll +1. And then it's got a cannon thing at the bottom. Commemorative class. Fake mustache. I'm offended. Merqueen's Pearl. Ultra rare trading card. I'm told that this game has a bit of a sense of humor to it, and the word silly seems to get tossed around quite a bit. Woo. That's helpful. Well, my friends, that reaches the bottom of the box, and there's nothing more to be discovered inside. It's a lot of parts and pieces, but it isn't. There's a lot of multiples of the same kinds of tokens. Obviously, a big deck of cards would take quite a while to go through. From what I'm told, once you get into the app, that you're going to run into a lot of different kinds of things. You might get a different answer to the same question if you do it multiple times. And that is a reason to replay something. I've read things that have me a little concerned about its replayability, but having really not experienced it yet, I can't really speak to that with any kind of authority. Very excited to try it out. I've heard very good things about the Crossroads series. Dead of Winter seems to be the one that I've heard the most about, but I've not run into that. For whatever reason, it's just not one that's come around here. So this one will be my first, and I'm kind of anxious to try it out. Now, we've kind of been doing a different sort of format for the show. We've been doing 60-second overviews or, just general extracted game concepts. So it's very possible that if you see this come back around, it will be in that shape, and hopefully that's okay with everyone because it's been a good way for us to be more productive. So expect to find out something about that, especially since this can be soloed, and oh my goodness, do I love my solo games. So with that, I've got some cleaning up to do, and anybody got anything to say before I pull the plug on this here? What's been going on? Looks like a fun game indeed, and always cheers to you, Pirate Theater, and anyone else, because Yarhar. Celebrate life and celebrate each other. And we're far away, but let's still reach in and clink like you were actually there. Oh, fine unboxing. Thank you very much. More of the same. Coming right up. We actually have some shelves in there that are to do. It's just, I've been waiting on this one, and it showed up literally last night. I woke up to it. There was a couple of boxes outside of our house. We moved them to do something else. Then we woke up like, oh, I didn't even see what these were. And then, boop, so didn't want to waste any time. And here we are. All right, well, I'm going to call this. Thank you all very much for stopping in. Hope you got some enjoyment out of it, and the fellowship, the community. It's really good to see you all. I'm going to go and find some air conditioning because I'm dying out here. Stay cool out there and stay safe and keep your mask on, stay inside, and let's hope that the old days will be coming back again soon. So I'm going to go over here and push a button. I will say farewell to you all. And thanks for stopping in. Here we go.